It was summer 2025, right after graduating college, when I was walking into a game store and saw God of War Ragnarok for sale. I didn't really have anything else to do that summer as I was not going on vacation, so I decided to buy it and later borrowed God of War 2018 from my gym bro. Upon playing, I instantly fell in love with the God of War franchise, although I am yet to play the Greek games. The story was deep, the cinematography was perfect, the fight scenes were brutal, and I came across a few lessons that I decided to apply to my own life.
A problem doesn't have to reach our doorstep for it to be our responsibility.
Brother, he's going to walk his own path. If you don't want him walking away from you, then smarten up and walk with him a while.
Don't you know what I've done? Yes! But what will you do now?
However, as time went on, long after finishing the games, I came across more and more rumors that the new God of War game was coming. From what I heard, it was either gonna be a prequel about Kratos' time in Egypt or a follow-up on Atreus' story. Now, I was skeptical about it from the very start, because at that point I was very familiar with the concept of cash grabs. For those who don't know, in the entertainment industry that means continuing to make sequels, prequels or remakes of a beloved franchise as long as possible to
Squeeze every last drop!
out of it. Usually those turn out to be shit.
Nigga, did I just catch you wanting to be shit?
It happened to Cobra Kai, Ice Age, Pirates of the Caribbean and the MCU. However, after seeing the One Piece live action genuinely doing some things better than the anime, I learned that it does not always need to turn out like shit. Also, Lego Ninjago Dragons Rising wasn't that bad either. And apparently the God of War franchise has been going on a little longer than I have been alive. So hope remained as long as the writers stayed true to the themes and kept to their own wisdom.
We must be better.
Or so I thought. Because then I saw the first couple of reveals about what was to come. God of War Laufey. At first I assumed it was gonna give us the backstory of Faye, Kratos' late wife, from before she met Kratos. Her beef with the giants, her attempt to rebel against Odin, and of course her fight with Thor after he killed her mother. Sounds epic, right? Little did I know how wrong I was in my assumption. That much became clear when I finally watched the first trailer.
Afterlife of the gods.
The gateway is closed. There is no escape.
That sword is more than you think it is.
Faye, you need to accept it. All of it. You're dead.
You know, I can get behind pretty much every choice they made in this game, except not making it about Faye's backstory. This is basically what I meant when I said cash grabs. There's a lot of diversions from what's established in the God of War games. For one, Faye looks completely different than she does in Kratos' flashbacks. And then there's the supposed afterlife of the gods. I was under the impression that when you die in the God of War universe, you end up in the afterlife of your respective pantheon. Although, to be fair, according to Odin's information, that rule doesn't really count for gods. Except Kratos, I guess. Either way, you could argue that there's nothing established on where gods go when they die. Except, Laufey isn't a god or a goddess. She's a giantess, or a Jotun. A Jotun, not a goddess. So how did she end up in an afterlife of gods that looks like it's run by the Mongolian pantheon? I don't know. On that note though, I do like the fact that the Mongolian mythology is finally getting some recognition. Also, how is Laufey supposed to be actively involved in Kratos and Atreus' their journey? I thought the underlying theme of God of War Ragnarok was that fate or destiny is nothing but the sum of your own decisions, not the result of external forces like prophecy, destiny gods or some kind of divine intervention. By making better choices, you can defy all of them and end up better than before. This game is purposely ignoring the themes of its predecessor. Still though, I hope that when I say that God of War Laufey will end up being a shitty cash grab sequel, it's just me being a bit too cynical. The game hasn't been released yet and it could still end up an amazing follow-up to God of War Ragnarok. The combat certainly does look epic. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. Like and subscribe for more. And what do you think? Will God of War Laufey turn out to be an amazing God of War game full of deep life lessons and a healthy dose of death and gore? Or will it end up being another shitty cash grab sequel? Let me know what you think in the comments.